Hi, I'm Brett Williams of Mr. Marriage, and I want to answer one of my favorite questions that I've ever gotten in all the years of answering questions on the internet. It comes from Sandeep, who lives in India. And I love this question because it really pushes my cultural understanding. I always want to try and answer your questions in a way that'll mean something to you or speak in a language that you understand. Not in literally Spanish, French, or German, but in a language of metaphors and a language of analogies and similes that make sense to you. So this was a particularly challenging question because it was somebody from India who had deep Indian background, and their problem was very Indian. So it was a wonderful opportunity for me to really practice answering a question in a new cultural vein. Well, Sandeep, let me see if I can understand your question and summarize it. Once I understand it, then I'll see if I can answer it for you. Well, Sandeep, what I heard you saying was that you are in a bit of a bind because you are stuck between two people that you love. Your mother, your family, and the woman you love, your wife. And in the situation that you described to me, it sounds like this woman that you've loved is a little bit older than you, about 11 years. You're 24, she's 35, and quick math there, huh? And she has a couple children and divorced. And in your culture, that's a taboo. That's a negative image for the family. And what I hear your dilemma is that your mom looks at that as bringing shame to her and bringing shame to your family. So here you are stuck in this bind because here's a woman that you've known for quite a long time and you've really developed an attachment to in a friendship first, and then it's moved into more of a romantic and a loving, intimate relationship. And you care very much about her. But you also care very much about your family. And your mom is basically saying to you, get divorced. Get divorced or you're going to bring bad karma onto our family. So you are trapped. Well, it is a dilemma. And what I want to do is I want to remind you of somebody else that was in quite a similar kind of dilemma. And that's Arjuna. Arjuna was a general who fought a battle, almost a civil war, thousands of years ago. And the story of Arjuna and Krishna talking the night before the battle was, as you know, the majority of the Bhagavad Gita, which is a very important Hindu text. In this battle, Krishna decides not to take sides. And in fact, he does something even better than not take sides. He offers to each side a choice. You could either have him as Krishna fight on your side, or you can have all of Krishna's followers fight, or Krishna's army fight on your side. Well, the other side chose to take Krishna's army. And Arjuna chose to take Krishna. And Krishna said, I will fight with you if I can be your charioteer, if I can drive your chariot, because that's the one position that you're not armed and you're not going to be in battle killing people. So Arjuna agreed and graciously and very happily took Krishna as his charioteer. Well, Arjuna is in terrible conflict because basically he's going to be going to fight Krishna's army, which are his uncles, his brothers, his nephews, his parents, grandparents, all of his family, relatives, and friends. This is a civil war. And what he has to do is go fight now, and he has to go fight against people he loves. And so even though he is a great warrior, a great general, and is going to be confident about this battle, he's in total turmoil because he has to fight people that he loves. And he has to kill people that he loves. So he's just totally in turmoil over this. And he's having this conversation with Krishna, which makes up the Bhagavad Gita. The bottom line, Krishna looks at Arjuna and says, do it in love. Do everything in love. Do everything in service to me. Do everything as devotion. Even if it means going out and killing family members and friends, do it in love. Because that is what you're devoted to. That is what your mission is. That is what you are all about. That's what I'm asking you to do, is to do everything in love. And with that, Arjuna goes out and fights the battle and wins, and does it with integrity, honesty, truth. He does it not double-minded, but in single-mindedness, and with clarity, and with absolute devotion to God. Well, Sandeep, I want you to do the same thing. I want you to look in your heart and decide what you must do. And once you feel the direction in which God is leading you to go, I want you to do it in total love. If that means severing off this marriage because that is what you feel God is telling you to do, then do it in love. Love this person and her children. My hope, though, is, and I'm a Westerner, so this is my hope, is that it means cutting off your mother in the sense of, Mom, I'm not going to do what you want me to do. I'm going to do what I feel is true and right to do. And slay her, not physically or literally, but her needs, her wants, her desires of you. And do that in love. Do it absolutely in total compassion for her, total compassion for God. And do whatever choice you choose to do it in total love. Thank you for asking a question. Again, I'm Brett Williams, Mr. Marriage. Feel free to ask more questions on helptalking.com. Take care.